I heard today is walking day. Oh, that was yesterday. I mean, from the look of things, we don't need peace at all. Do we really want peace? I wouldn't say I came here to gloat. Well, maybe a little, but don't let my words to float. It's been 7 years. 7. And my little boy, who is 7 years old, already knows the sound of an AK-47. Then you should go na for side. Mami, na for roundabout. It means him I don't take me as a road now. The life we didn't choose. Just thinking about it gives me goosebumps. Some die body dey from Tamale Junction. Now surely as a been shoot for night, so my God. There isn't a single day that goes by without you hearing these statements in conversations. I mean, it's like a normal good morning or a good night. You know, sometimes I really think that we bypassed peace a long time ago. Now it seems that we don't even need it anymore. I mean, look around you. Lock down the cow, make I stop my store. Sales go add. Hey, I gather film the wash and for lockdown. Laundry, I go do for ghost town. Wriggling Jangi, ghost town. Veteran club, ghost town. Water meeting, I also for ghost town. Even vacation, put a plan and I go ghost town. You came to work late today. Yes, sir, they were shooting in my quarter. Everything now is an excuse because of the crisis. So do you really want peace? How do you even want things to come back to normalcy when we have already adapted to the new normal? Do you really want peace?
Sorry, as she comes in with a beautiful piece.
Please speak up. We struggled and hustled for so many times, but so many years, and we still lay on the same spot. 1,000 steps away, yet our reflections still linger in the footprints of yesterday's pain and shame, like we never left. A generation we find smiles yet broken inside. No, they shouldn't define us. A people who found comfort in their pain, nurtured it until it became their doom. I tell you, we are worth more than this. We are strong, we are hopeful, we see light in every darkness of peace we must attain. I yearn for those days when we could stroll down the streets without any fear of stray bullets. I yearn for those days when gleeful faces are not idle corpses fill the streets. I yearn for those days when the love for humanity and not vanity was our priority. I yearn for those days when integrity was not wasabi and hospitality was not took skin. I yearn for those days. What happened to us? We dream of better tomorrow, yet yesterday has been so many tomorrows and we still lay on the same spot, hoping and dreaming. Haven't we worth more than this? What more than the pain, more than the agony and the tears every now and then? I ask you, where are we going to? I heard someone say of Big Brother Bamenda. You see, our life has been reduced to an entertainment show at the mercy of they who hold the remote. And then I ask again, aren't you worth more than this? What more than a fake smile on Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, you name the rest? Of course, we are worth more than this. And it's not too late to turn back to those days when we smiled not only because we had to, but we smiled because we wanted to. But you see, it has to be a collective fight where we say us and not me. When I fall, you pick me up, and when you fall, I hold a hand and we go ahead. I head away from this point where parents bury their children as if it were a wriggling jangi. Away from this point where we don't know the difference between a ghost town and a country Sunday or the over repetition of the former. I see a bright light shining ahead. Look and see a colorful cloud that awaits after this storm. Because you see, not be say, we get a day sheep and I say, grace we carry no disgrace. So maybe that's what we work for peace, because you choose so I where they cry the sea road. So what I'm trying to say is peace is possible, obtainable, achievable. Yes, peace is negotiable. So whenever you are given the chance, choose peace all over again, anytime, any day, because peace fit work. Thank you.
Peace is the language that I speak, the dance steps on my feet, the calmness of my ease. Peace is the song I want to sing, drive away hate, love to breathe, burn down boundaries, build a breeze. Aman, peace, peace. I'm sorry I will not dance to the sound of your war drum. I will not sway to those dirge singing bullets over frightened rooftops. Others might vibe to that song, but I still will not dance to the sound of your war drum. It's wrong. Please, please don't shoot me. I'm mistaking my peace plans for a gun. My thick skin for an army. I'm just still a boy, my mother's son. I might be stubborn, but I've never held a gun. All I want is freedom. Freedom to speak the truth at every season without anyone calling it treason. Freedom to sleep at night under a roof without dreaming of a slit throat. Freedom. Freedom to stick out on brothers too, despite of what they do. This world needs a calm. A calm that comes without hate, without blames, without blades, without flames, without grenades. A calm that comes without fear. This land needs a calm. A calm that comes without heavy war tanks, without bleeding hands, without marching soldiers, without angry men in black. A calm that comes from a peaceful heart. This land needs peace. Peace that comes without stray bullets, without dead bodies on our streets. A peace that comes from a children-filled home and not a desolate graveyard with no tombstones. Peace is the language that I speak, the dance steps on my feet, the calmness of my ear. Peace is the song I want to sing, drive away hate, love to breathe, bend down boundaries, build a bridge. I wish the rage of guns, cannonballs and war tanks could fight for their misused rights. I wish the beauty of these flames could be used to cook up conversations that taste like peace and smell like love. I wish bullets and knives could speak for their rights. Peace. We can fight this war without weapons. We can fight this war without weapons. So for every language you speak, for every dance step you make, for every drop of ink on your page, for every song you sing, for every bridge you build, for all the love you bring, let peace be your stronghold. Peace. Peace.
Oh,
Dear Father, you think I don't like to involve in politics. That's because you've abused power and called it politics. You think I don't watch the news or political talk shows, so I'm not as current as you are. That is because I prefer my news undiluted. You think I do not go to church. I am not committed to religion like you, but I prefer to single-handedly study, understand, know, be, and do the word, so your beliefs don't get to me, but his. I am the church, I am the miracle. You think I do not like my country, for all I do is castigate, help negate, devaluate it in my eye and that of others. Why else would I write this letter if not in love? Father, so what if we hashtag everything? Use shorthand. Can't you understand that tradition connects us to the past, but creativity and innovation links us to the future? And we have learned to stop looking at where we have been and start looking at where we can be. Dear Father, that's why we do business online, we make profit, and sitting at home, we are doing more with for less. And you just can't seem to comprehend because you keep blaming us, calling our generation the lost generation, advising us to go to the farm, forgetting that you raised us. For you just can't stop complaining, for blaming us and blaming us for finding something to do, whether it's posting pictures on social media, showing our nakedness, smoking muzzles, or our alcohol aptitude. But you raised us. And you're not going to change us with the manner in which you address us. For you ask us to take our eyes off our small machines and look up, only for us to look up and see you looking down on us. The world has changed. We took a piece and created our own, and so it has. Now we question everything with a why before we do. And whenever things do not make sense, we break the rules. For we believe the rules are meant to be broken, so we'll rather watch the TV shows and documentaries than the propaganda you call the news. I mean, growing up, you told us faced with the challenge, we either fight or flight. But we, the younger generation, are learning to synergize, for we believe the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. You can't blame us for demanding to learn something we can apply in real life in schools. Things like giving sense to our emotions, and that laws can be bent without being unethical. Father, we are the Android generation, and these are only demands. Not that you live for us exorbitant houses, cash and wealth, but that you listen. So rather than saying I was once like you and I know exactly what you should do, I need you to think, is that the kind of response a younger version of yourself will react to? Dear Father, what if I replace Bia with a Madu? What if I replace Vermitina? I replace Renew with Grace Taker? What if I replace your hard copy dictionaries with encyclopedia? What if I replace All the wise men you grew up knowing with Google. What if I replace Salatiel, Mr. Leo with Francis Nob, William Ford? Then maybe you will understand our way of thinking. For in today's generation, there is the negative and the positive, the plus and the minus. So is my generation worse? Yes. Let's be honest. But let he that is without stone cast the first stone. He that is without sin cast the first stone. So give us time to grow, for it takes time for a caterpillar to metamorphose into a butterfly, not overnight. Dear Father, these are only demands. Learn to trust us before you criticize us. Before you criticize us, remember, you raised us. Thank you very much.
Everybody seems to be in the wrong, but there is fire at the mountain top, and no one is wrong. I wake up in the morning, take what is on the TV screen. I see the blood of an innocent child, and everybody's watching. Looking out my window, I see an army of the soldiers. Where is the soldier man? Tomorrow is the day you go to work, but you will fight it for another man's and you don't even know. Running inside to make you say my name. There's a reason. Could it be love for your country? For the country using
This way.
You're really bad.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm about to perform a spoken word piece. I released it this morning. You can check it out on YouTube. Titled "Drums Sound Better Than Gunshots." Can you hear me at the back? All right. Let's enjoy. Let our music fill the air and choke my sick soul till it rises. Let the blacksmiths make pots so we can cook in the moonlight. Watch my dusty fingers invent melodies to lull our hearts to sleep. Oh, that's because I know that our drums sound better than gunshots. I love to walk at night and have a word with my shadow. We love to lie in the grass and play like we are in the meadow. My tender fingers are frightened by the trigger. That's because I know that our drums sound better than gunshots. My prayer is, darkness, remind me about the day we had, and not where and how my tired bones will lie. Oh, let the morning slap me with smiles so bright. I would love to see my body and mind move in unison. And as our palms touch each other, I believe our drums sound better than gunshots. Every day I sadly arise to the stench of violence hovering in my backyard. So I grab a calabash of peace, which is my favorite companion, and I dip branches of love in it. I sprinkle over the forgotten hurts that pain had once embraced. The silence gets too loud. Even bullets wouldn't make a sound. Crime's knuckles are cracked by a sweet symphony because drums sound better than gunshots. Our tears have formed a sieve that irrigated our pain. But it's time to dance around the fire naked without shame. boys and girls, please gather here. And create a hollow through the storms that dried up when we all ran away. Let us bring the skin of the cows which dropped dead when we were hiding in bushes. We will put them together and play it endlessly till it becomes a ritual. We are going to embrace the silhouette of beautiful memories and spill our pain down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Time has come to dance and be happy like we found a jewel in our playground. Oh yes, I know for a fact that drums sound better than gunshots. How magical it will be to wave fresh tree branches on the field and celebrate the rebirth of laughter and all that you see. A sound of smiles, love, joy and peace, making a sweet melody. That's when we will all know that drums sound better than gunshots. Hear it. Drums sound better than gunshots. Feel it. Drums sound better than gunshots. Dance it. Drums sound better than gunshots. And believe it. Drums sound better than gunshots. Thank you very much.
Gone are those days when our smiles were genuine. Playing in the rain, allowing consumer pain, sorrows and fears. Gone are those days when communal life was the talk of the day. At its beacon, it became a scene of chaos. People called it the land of peace, unity and hope. A land that flows with refreshing waters, where all pains heal. A land of dreams, where reality seems real. But what's wrong today? Why all the hate? Why all the violence? Why do we live in pain but still remain silent? Where's our spirit of togetherness and love in one likeness? It all started years back in 2016. We thought it was a minor issue, but here we are, pissed off with gunshots, deaths, and what we still await and don't know of. We really wish for peace and peace. We shall all fight. Thank you.
Are you feeling good tonight? I'll be thanking God for life. Oh, can you explain?
Alright. Thank you. Thank you for not shocking me with your answer, because at this point, in this very era, I cannot explain why I'm alive. And I'm happy you cannot explain too, because in times like these where stray bullets are very rampant, where poisoning is the order of the day, where intentional killing is very normal, being alive or seeing the next day is a reason to receive an award. I'm happy that you think so too. If you give me your ears, ladies and gentlemen, you're not disappointed. Like MC rightly said, I am DenTalker. Dear God, the world you created has been manipulated. How complicated was your password? Because I think the devil has hacked your account. Everywhere is in chaos. On the first day you said, let there be light. Nowadays we said that let all that light make I render 1 or 2 people helpless. Please check your settings. Because I think the devil is gradually changing compassion in the human heart, so I don't care, which is not fair. On the second day you created the sky, a beautiful view at the top for birds to fly, and from which the sun, the moon and the stars will shine. Father, the sky now has flying stars, transport armies from one point to another for wars. They're using your sky to spy. I think I think the forgiveness option in your system has been disabled. On the third day, you created dry land, the seas, trees, and plants for your children to move on, drink from, eat from, and breathe from. My father, my father. The lands have become battlegrounds. The seas weapon transformer mediums, and the trees raw materials for poison preparation. Did you see it coming? The sun, the moon, and the stars you created on the fourth day to light up your world and enhance our shine in your glory are now used to hold on to accusations, plan persecutions, and carry out executions. While the sky and sea animals you beautifully designed on the fifth day are now used as spiritual battle weapons. The devil is bent on his destruction. On the sixth day you created humans, living beings to enjoy nature. You said you created us in your image and likeness. God, you be like Satan, don't crash your Photoshop. Because what I see nowadays don't look like you at all. For when I look to the left, all I see are political destabilizers. Humans who act as fertilizers on the grounds of political disagreements. The backbones of all political situations we're having in the world today. The stumbling blocks on the road to proper dialogue we're all trying to unlock. And the disguised foils to the flames we're trying to frame. To my right, I wish the ride was the happy one to ride, but trust me, it's not. Because all I see are people of the same tribe. Friends who have replaced envy with jealousy and decide to cowardly not be cool for a problem we cannot see. Families who have moved from lovely to happy together because they choose to die with division, which has brought separation. And Christian denominations who are conflicting each other as though wearing you in adoration. Merciful God, if I were you at this point, I would choose to sell this world and invest in cryptocurrency, but true, like they say, the ways of man are not the ways of God. And so I come to you with full reverence and only with one request. That you choke us with the spirit of love and understanding, for it is all that we need to find peace. To find the peace we're looking for in this world. Believing that you will consider my request, I remain yours faithfully, DenTalker.
At the top, a line of morals and ethics through the lodge of cultural diversity. In the land of one's peaceful streams and streams, gunshots rumbles like thunders that burns the sky, killing the innocent and tearing families apart. Villages burned and homes destroyed. People left homeless and in agony, with an uncertain future where gunmen take the lead. You say you are fighting for peace, but innocent blood shed every day, filling the land with despair. The roads that once bind us all are filled with potholes and ready to fall. A land where human life has no longer value, and elders beaten and treated with no respect. Where you speak, you die. People live in fear and pain daily, and their voices remain unheard. Oh, Bamenda, our glory has shattered, and hope lost in every hand. We need to unite and rebuild our land, putting our differences aside. You say you are fighting for peace, that you are fighting for a better future, that we are in great hands and everything will be alright. Then why do we still live in great fear and pain every day? Why do we live like strangers in our own mother's land? I don't see peace. All I see is anger, hatred, jealousy, and pain everywhere. You say you want peace, but refuse to dialogue. You say you are peace bringers, but yet go against us, killing our own blood and people. The same people you are fighting for are the same people you kill every day. Our air is no longer fresh because it's filled with fear and grief. Your people are scattered and have fled far away from their mother's land, seeking for refuge elsewhere. We think too much but feel a little. We seek to break free but in the wrong way. Bamenda now is covered with strife and unrest. Oh, how can we bring peace to this polluted land when our people are filled with desperation, with hopelessness taking the lead, making life seem meaningless? Our people's voices go unheard. Their tears are endless and filled with sadness. They seek for answers to their questions but don't so far. Every day they hope for a better tomorrow, but this world seems to have no end. But we can come together. We can be the change we seek. We can bring peace without killing innocent souls. For the power lies in our hands. Let us be the peacemakers, not peace breakers in our land. Fears and terrors move like an atmosphere over our people. All hope is almost lost. Atrocity is ever increasing. Oh, ye sons and daughters of Bamenda, look at yourself where you are. Remember where you came from. Remember home. Will you stay there forever? Who will build your home? Our land is crying, bleeding every day and night, seeking for peace to be known. Let us put our arms down. Let us come together as one with love and unity. For only through kindness and compassion can we heal our wounded land and restore peace once again. Thank you very much.
Every day before I sleep, I always say little prayer. I know I'm lucky. It's not like I'm a leader to special. It's just the grace of higher power. Cause I know I'm a sinner. Cause every day that I wake up, I make the best of it. Cause life's a mystery. Every day is so certain that it's so close to it. It walks in our shadows till the trims are wings. And so I keep moving. Life goes on, no matter how we fight and we fall. We just keep on moving, moving. Life goes on, no matter all the stumbling blocks. Life goes on, life goes on, no matter how we fight and we fall. We just keep it moving.
I have a confession to make. I miss my ex. He was caring, he was loving. You know, but I like Kobosa. It's like this. Don't you concern my ex concern me? Do you remember when we thought that after the university we would have good jobs and live our lives and our lives would be great? Yeah, well, I did not buy that one. How can about 20,000 students being graduated and only about 200 have like actual jobs? How can a student decide to do masters rather than look for a job because school seems to be a lot more easier than our outside world? You see a political science student selling roasted fish on the road. You find a mechanical engineering graduate serving at the bar. You find a nursing student doing hair installation and makeup. You see a chemistry student graduate selling clothes and shoes. Well, our country didn't actually provide a conducive work after school environment, did it? You need a godfather somewhere to get as much as an internship in a company. So forgive me if I didn't care much to get extremely good grades in school because I fear that I might end up just like my predecessors. Forgive me if I decide to start learning an online trade while still in school because I know that it's actually what will put food on my table. Forgive me if I decide to become a hookup babe Because my father could not afford to give me those fancy jobs. Forgive me if I decide to make money faster by becoming a guest boy. But come to think of it, am I actually stealing or getting a share of what my ancestors worked for? Forgive me if I decided to leave the country for greener pastures, because in my country we don't even have pastures, talk less of it being green. Forgive me if I take the forest, cross rivers, crocodiles, take Mexico Road just to fall bush. I am not a sellout. I am just trying to live, and in my country I can only survive. Forgive me if I bring my siblings over instead of sending money home for them to invest, because the tax system does not favor investors. Forgive me if I decide not to vote, because with or without my participation, power remains in the same hands. You call it democracy, I call it democracies. Forgive me if I do not want to be a complete part of my country. I'll remain solo. And that, my friends, is my confession. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Njoke.
The revolution. All right. This is the new era. Not white and black stripes like a zebra. When my index finger touches the tip of my tongue, pages of my life live with ease. Chapters unravel. Fools now grumble, oh, you're so lucky. Then I ask, I shivered in from the jungle, did you see that? I dug myself out of the rubbles of pain, I hope you saw that. Braided my kinky hair into twists that fell on my temple and reminded me that this is the revolution. Awakening the voices that were silenced by my torture, because this is the revolution. This is the new era. The miracle of melody, the sound you never heard, the rainbow after downpour, the books you never read, the music you never listened to, the mountains you didn't climb, and the origin of the battle. The resting place of our swords, the places you did not see, and this is the revolution. Bridges to be built, walls to be broken, doors to be closed, and hearts to be opened, pains to erase, joys to embrace. I'm clearing out my closet and I'm starting all over. It's a new dawn and I'm much stronger, like a diamond shining through the grime. This is the revolution. Now when I speak, every word that comes out of my mouth forms the verse of a rap song. Ooh wee bee bee freaky deaky thing me see she bing bikini rock that girl we got and she can never see the edges. This is the revolution, where I can braid my hair and be proud to be called Miss World without being judged. This is the new era, and we are the revolution.
Hear that ugly cry, it is the sound of a weeping mother whose heart has been ripped off. For many nights and days she's calling for a family meeting and nobody is listening. And before her wrinkled body lie the agile bodies of her progeny, now worthless like withered vegetables. Our motherland weeps if only we could pause for this mad profession and listen to her call for action. Our tomorrow now rests in the hands of they who find themselves beneath the earth. Our path is blurred, the many steps we took behind, oh, how regrettable. If tears were enough water to quench this burning furnace of agony, ours would be enough offering on the altar of penitence. Perhaps what I'm saying doesn't even make sense. Perhaps what my words properly are not even articulated. But I just wish you could let even the whispers of my voice to vibrate beneath your skin like the crescendo in the voice of a seer. No, I'm not a seer, but my figures of speech are the only weapons that I have. So as I sprinkle them here like enriched manure grains, I hope it helps peace germinate for more gains. We are embowered in trees like uncorked in shells. You know uncorked, I believe. Our fruitfulness is like a pregnant plantain bunch supported by a reliable bamboo from our raffia palms, emitting white stuff that sweetens our hearts and sprinkling gleefulness that appeases our ego. think of that scene and think of peace. Surrounded by this portion of nature's largesse, we ought to gaze more in what should be and not what is. But like bloodthirsty assassins, we put knives on the throats of those whose hands we ought to hold. We have become the mosquitoes feeding on our own flesh. How many streams of tears should our motherland shed? How many nights should she spend on cold plantain leaves like an unvitiated widow? How much wrinkles should pervade her face like full soil tormented by drought? How much misery should the land of our crowded experience before we learn to hold each other's hand? Like mother hen shields her cheeks, let's preserve these release of our uniqueness. Let the purity of our streams wash away the filth amassed on us like sticky mud. Whispers from our ancestors linger in the breeze that can resist our skin if only we will listen. Oh, you daughter, son of the soil, pay attention and listen to their call. Like a seer's words, may these prophetic moments guide us, never forgetting that our ancestors' blood flowing within our skins will either praise or reprimand us. And as I send forth this call for action, putting intentional reaction as we join to build our nation using the necessary materials in the right portions that we may prepare a better place for the future generation. So please, as we live today, learn to hold my hand. Thank you.
Benjelin gara ekuyena sumina kunana ekwe wirizamyaduni anini benjelin gara ekuyena. It's 2015. They are just teens. Kids playing the fields, teens with docile minds and the fragile hearts. It's 2016. It started with peace plans in the streets of Bamenda, then metamorphosized overnight into firearms. It's 2017. They are now soldiers. Freedom fighters striving to survive in their own land, taking away lives to save lives, or maybe just theirs. Does it really matter whose life is being taken? My brothers are so brave to die, yet so scared to live. History lessons only started making sense to me when my uncle's name could only be mentioned in a sentence that was written in the past tense. You would hear phrases like, he used to be a good man. He was a good man. He was never arrogant. He was patriotic and ends there. No more dreams to dream, no more life to live. He used to be one of what he should have been. He wanted to be a father to his kids, a good husband to his wife. But then now he's just the dead dream of a butterfly. They don't become. Make me run. Make me run. They came in like snakes. They came in slithering, hissing, whispering deceitful words, and before we could notice, they started killing, looting, slaughtering, burning, and then raping our girls. We were brothers yesterday, but strangers today. There were markets yesterday, but cemeteries today. There were candles on top cakes yesterday, but today they find a befitting place on top graves. There were fireworks yesterday, but today explosives. There were houses yesterday, but today just a cloud of smoke and a pile of ash. It's October 2020. Ngarbu. Rest in peace, little angels. They were just kids with no bulletproof vests, just school bags, boots and pens, no Kalashnikovs. They were defenseless, they were innocent. Or maybe the song they sang was haunting their childhood. I remember when I was a soldier. It was just a song. It was just a song. They were innocent, yet sacrificed at the altar of a fruitless struggle, trying to fight for a future for them. They said, what is a kid without a future? I rephrase that. What is a future without a kid? It's 2023 and still counting. I am just a student with a paper and a pen. I know I should be prudent, so I don't wear uniforms anymore. I know anything I say or do won't really matter for my skin color, my family, my tribe, my language already pleaded guilty to a crime I never committed. Do I have to sing this in a song? Please, please don't pull the trigger. Pow. And another one bites the door. Oh, why can't we have conquer love? I might have thought that we were one. We could have fought this war without weapons. With no bullets, no bulletproof vests, no explosives, no ammo cars, no guns, with no knives that have no mind. We can fight this war with smiles. We can fight this war with dance. We can fight this war with songs. We can fight this war with words and not swords. We Maduni Anini Benjamin Gara Benguyena Sumnina Kungara we reserve Yaduni Anini Benjamin Gara Thank you. I feel love for this place.
I breathe peace for this place.
I breathe peace for this place. I risk my life for this place. I break my back to fix this place. This place is all I know. It is all I dream and where my parents saw. Where my ancestors bled but didn't bow, beaten, humiliated, and their backs used like cow. But they kept on in sorrow, never water low. Their blood watered this land. So do not expect me to give up now. Rara ho, rara ho, rara ho. For they cried, they laughed, they sang, they danced, to the sound of lush weepings from fellow brothers, but kept on in sorrow, never water low. Their blood watered this land. So do not expect me to give up now. So let the hate die. Make man no cry. See as we fly. Nothing say we be dry. Make your pain die. Make your sky blue. Look to the heavens and soar. From where cometh your help? So look to the sky. To those who look you as fly, watch and wonder. as you fly. Rara ho, rara ho, rara ho, ho. Rara ho, rara ho, rara ho, I come like the Son of Man, not to pull you down but to shine on, so you can see my light and shine your light. For though I walk in the dark, I am not looking for the light, I am the light. So now I breathe. Breathe until the night becomes my morning light. Dream spirit, breathe until the ground on which I stand becomes too hot and tight, and push my feet forth to where my feet are feet. I am not the danger. I am not afraid of the danger. I am the danger. I am not fighting for victory. I want to fight. I am not saying you can't stop me. I am saying stop me if you can. For it is my mission, driven by a vision from the Most High. So I don't take the decision, not for shy for say. Every victor has a story. Every warrior fought a war. Some people get beaten by the battle. I get better in this battle. So breathe. 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 And let the head die. Make mama cry. See us we fly. Nothing say we can die. Make your baby die. Make your sky blue. Look to the heavens and soar. From where cometh your help? So look to the sky. To those who watch you as fly, watch and wonder as you fly.